On our last day in Venice, Fausto, from one of the owners of our hotel, kindly invited us to the Blessing of the Gondoliers ceremony.
Padre, del Figlio e dello Spirito Santo. Preghiamo. Noi ti benediciamo e ti rendiamo grazie, Dio di provvidenza.
Il nostro vessillo vogliamo sul mare, San Marco dei troni, il nostro vessillo vogliamo sul mare.
Like the national anthem.
Is it? Oh. Lorraine has just told me that this is kind of like the anthem of the gondoliers. Shh, here's the Don. Show some respect. We're at the train station now on our way to Austria and Salzburg. So, raise your glasses to this vacation, because here we are on the train. We're on the train having a salami sandwich and a drink, and we're stopped at Malnitz Obervillach. And
Obervillach.
Right.
You gotta have it in your throat.
Obervillach. How do you say it, Lorraine?
Obervillach.
Bim bam bim bam bam.
Okay, so this isn't a video, but I do like the music. And this is our video, wet and miserable. But hey, what are you gonna do? Now let's stop that silly music. This is the home of Mozart, for heaven's sakes. This is where we stayed. What Hyacinth Bouquet would call a bijou boutique. Now this is not our hotel. Mess, by the way. As part of the deal, we had to tidy up after the last people. So we're on the 5th floor, and if we look out the back window, we will see St. Sebastian's Church, which wakes us up every morning at 7 o'clock, whether we like it or not.
So here's the ritzy part of town. We're along the banks of the Salzburg River. And over there's the hotel that we're going to stay at next time.
This is the centre of the old town, and if you look right up to the top of the picture, you'll see the castle which dominates the town. And if you look over to the right, you'll see Lorraine on the hunt for strudel. And she found some.
Boy, when they ring the bells here, they really ring the bells. And look, up there is the castle. Going out into the square.
Speaking of bells, we ran into the owner of our hotel in the lobby this morning. He asked us what room we were in. We said 502. He said, "Ah, the bells." In his early 20s, Mozart was the cathedral organist here in Salzburg, and this organ is the one that he actually played. And we just happened to stop by one evening as they were practicing. There are lots of festivities and excitement in the town tonight. There's a big opera going on, and one of the guests is expected to be George Clooney. And these boisterous folks are just getting things warmed up. Now, if any further proof were needed, this is the actual red carpet laid down for George Clooney. Meanwhile, back across the square, things are really getting warmed up. And here are some of the local dignitaries arriving, folks. I'm looking through the crowd. I don't see George anywhere, but I'm sure he's going to be here. We'll just go back to the entertainment while we wait. The dancers are keeping everything at a fever pitch of excitement as the last few stragglers come in. And we've just heard that George's limo has actually left the hotel and it's on its way. So let's go back to the dancers. And we've just heard that if George Clooney actually did arrive, and we don't know that he didn't arrive, he may have done, but if he did, he probably came in the back way. In Strasbourg, there is music on just about every corner. This group are Russian, and these instruments they're playing are balalaikas. After a week of miserable weather, the sun finally came out, so we went up to the castle, and what a view. What an idyllic spot for lunch, looking down over the town of Salzburg. Looking down to the lower left, you can see the funicular that brought us up here. Now the guidebook says it's an easy walk up here. I suppose it is if you're a mountain goat. But this is a real castle complete with dungeons. And Lorraine got a starring role in The Sound of Music. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We will meet at the Cafe Mozart at midnight. The password is, my aunt's canoodles are boiling over. Tell no one, there are spies everywhere.